Good morning, because it's still morning out. If I need it, good, thank you. No, thank you. All right, I wrote my notes out. Used to write my notes out. My name is Rick Brindley. Was in education for 37 years, retired this year, June 30th, from Hartman Tech, formerly known as Ashland County West Holmes Career Center. And I have to start first by saying I moved here in 1987 to get closer. We had my daughter down in Wilmington, Ohio. We wanted to get closer to Dover, New Philadelphia, where my parents and my wife's parents are from. And we've had opportunities to move back. I've had the opportunity to go back as a football coach. I've had the opportunity to go back as assistant principal. And we turned down those opportunities because we liked our community. We loved our community. So I would be remiss if I did not thank, first of all, my wife and I have been married. We got married 40 years ago this past August. She is a very special person who has been dealing with oncology patients for 42 plus years. And that takes a special person. I admire her, and I admire what she does. I have two kids, both former HS students. Amanda, who went on to golf at Youngstown State and major in nursing and became an RN, was an RN for 6 years. And then she decided she wanted to go the education route. And this was before I became the principal at Hartman Tech. She got a job down there in the health tech clusters, and she has been there 13 years. And this Friday is actually her last day there. It's going to be a tough week for her. That's going to be a tough day for her because she's leaving kids that she loves. But she's moving to Ashland. She lives in Ashland, but she's moving to Ashland City Schools and becoming the director of the district wellness administrator. And she'll be an assistant principal, helping out with some discipline and other things at the lower levels, while also being the district nurse. So I'm very proud of her. My son is a former Ashland City Schools, Ashland High School valedictorian, who went to Pitt, got his minor in economics, went to Purdue, got his doctorate, started off teaching at Miami University, and in the last 7 years has taught at Purdue University in economics. So I'm proud that they follow in Dad's footsteps, and partially Mom's footsteps, but Dad's footsteps in following the education. Because I can remember, I tell this every farewell that I've ever spoke to at the Career Center and at Ashland, that I always tell kids to be yourself. And I had a t-shirt that said, be you, and it was outlined, and be yourself. Because you had to be you for the rest of your life. And when I went to college, I wasn't being myself because Mom and Dad wanted me to be an accountant. And because I was really good at math, I think I had 31 or 32 on the ACT. Don't ask about the rest of the scores. But I went in there, and that's not what I really wanted to do. I wanted to coach and teach. And I came home after the first quarter of Ohio State, back when they were in quarters, and they were not very happy with me when I went back to school and changed on me. But they were very proud of what I've done. My mom, who was 91 years old, just turned 91 2 weeks ago. So they're very proud. I got two great grandkids that are proud and joy of my life. I have Maddie, who's at North Central State. She's majoring in nursing, of course. And then I got a freshman at the high school, Paxton, who's my grandson, who's my favorite. He gets straight A's, and he wrestles, and he also plays baseball. So back to my education, my reference, I had 37 years in the education field. I wouldn't change a thing of what I did in the education field. 14 years as a special ed teacher, 16 years as assistant principal AD at Ashland High School. Also 14 years of track coaching and football coaching. I retired in 2015. That was the end of my 30 years. I was out for 3 years. We got a phone call in 2018, August, asking me to come and be an interim principal at the Career Center. Mr. Cheney called me. I went out for the first year. By November, I was telling him how much I was enjoying it. And he said, "Do you want a 3-year contract?" I said, "Yes, I do." And so I left there after 7 years after this. It was very enjoyable. I love the Career Center, and I want more of our kids to go to the Career Center. Some of the things I've done, teacher special ed coach, teacher evaluations, student discipline as administrator, budgets as a building principal at the Career Center, budgets as an AD, keep track of those. Some of the projects that you guys already talked about, some of those projects were started way back when Mrs. Yoder was on board. I don't know if Mrs. Yoder remembers this, but I was taking her for a ride in a golf cart, and we were showing I was showing her new 7 acres that we bought out back where the middle school now sits, back in 2001. Unfortunately, it happened to be a 9/11 of 2001. We were out in the golf cart, we come back and wonder what the heck's going on. But that's when a lot of things started. And then a couple years later, we put a new track in, we put a new, the turf in for first, we put a new scoreboard in. So, and Steve talks about PI money. That is the most important thing, one of the most important things for the school is to keep up on your buildings. You want to keep up on your buildings and other functions around the district. So, I've been part of negotiations, I've worked with boosters and parents group, worked with the Career Center the last 5 years and the construction out there and rebranding. School security, I'm big into school security. I worked with Steve here. I worked at Career Center to get them back on track of doing their drills and putting drills together, reevaluating, and the old plan, do, study, act. You plan something, you do it, you study the results, and then you redo it again. So I have a vast understanding of the many operations of a school district, and that I use as a board member to help the Ashland City Schools. I'm not a politician, but I think my experience speaks for itself. The last thing I want to say is I want to continue. I know we've heard success from our students. We definitely want to continue the success of our students that we have. We have great kids, but the old thing is not everybody is a college student.
Yes.
Okay? 65% of the jobs in the United States are career tech oriented. That number has come up from 59% over the last 10, 12 years. And it's very important that we let the kids know what is out there for us in that building, especially when it gets done. And we've added some programs out there, so I think enrollment's going to jump from all of our county schools. Kids can come out of there and they make a living. My granddaughter during COVID, speaking of COVID, she was making $39 at one point as a STNA, going into nursing homes and working during high school. Amazing. So I thank you for your time. I look forward to working with Mr. Paramore and the rest of the board to continue growth, the Ashland City Schools and the Career Center that is now called the Heartland Tech. So thank you.